Hello and welcome to another Adventures in TV Land, a rambling review. This rambling review is about Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear is very loosely, in the most loose possible way, based on an actual real-life event. The real story is actually that they found a bear in the wilderness that was dead, who had apparently died from a heart attack after ingesting cocaine. They did find a little bit of cocaine. There was some cocaine next to it. The bear got the cocaine in his system and it died of a heart attack. That's it. That's the end of the real story. However, the Cocaine Bear, the movie, is nothing like that. After watching the movie, I'm not for sure what to think, because this movie, first of all, it goes on a little bit too long. Even though it's only like an hour and a half long, it probably could have been condensed even more. It feels more like something like a special or a movie that you would have originally watched on Netflix or something like that, a made for TV, made for cable type movie. The film, it's sort of a comedy, sort of a horror pick, sort of an adventure action pick, I guess, a little bit. At the same time, it pokes fun of all those genres all together. Basically, what happens is a drug dealer, plane's going down, throws all this cocaine out the plane. He attempts to skydive, but it doesn't happen. He falls to his death, and it's connected to this drug dealer in St. Louis, and this cop in St. Louis goes to Georgia to try to find the drugs, to try to catch the drug dealer. There's some kids involved. There's all kinds of other characters involved. And of course, there's the bear involved, and the bear is high, super high on cocaine. And apparently makes it really hungry, and really hungry to eat human meat specifically. There's points in the movie where, there are deer and other animals around, but the Cocaine Bear doesn't mess with those. It goes after people instead. There were a few, parts that were kind of funny, but a lot of the humor, it's kind of lost because it's such a hodgepodge of a movie. It doesn't know if it wants to be a horror film, doesn't know if it wants to be kind of a parody of the action picture film, sort of, like something maybe like Ghoulies or something like that from the 1980s, something like that. It doesn't know if it wants to be a straight out comedy. It doesn't know. It can't make its mind up. So it's all over the place. In some ways, watching too, it reminded me of watching a documentary and the way it's kind of filmed. All that would need to make it more cohesive would actually be like a narrator saying, this is what happened, but then this, and going along like that, narrating the actual story. But that's not there. There's no narrator. It's very disjointed, which is a little bit disappointing because, if it decided it wanted to be a comedy, it would have been a really good comedy. If it decided it wanted to be a horror movie with just a few comic elements thrown in, it could have been a great horror movie. But it's not. It's none of those things because it's just this mess, this massive hodgepodge of gloop that's kind of stuck together around this story that is very far-fetched and doesn't make any sense. Which the far-fetched story is fine, but because the way it's told, it just doesn't, it's not cohesive. My recommendation, if you're at all interested in seeing this movie, do not go to the theater to see it. Wait until it comes out on DVD or on streaming, or even just wait and watch it on TV like cable late one night. I guess out of, let's say, a scale to 1 to 10, I'd give it a 4. It's just, the story's not good enough, and there's no really memorable characters or anything like that. It's more of just a hodgepodge all put together that pokes fun of all kinds of different genres. This has been another rambling review from Adventures in TV Land. Thank you for watching. Until next time, that's a wrap.